Welcome to the opening nights of the Emirates Airlines Dubai Jazz Festival. You guys ready for it tonight? Come on, tell me you're ready.
Come on, it's Jazz Festival. We're here to enjoy it.
I heard it was on and I thought I'd come along and find out what it was all about.
We're actually both music teachers, so we come along and see what it was all about.
Just heard quite a lot about it. We thought we'd just come and see what it's all about, really.
You can't miss this. It's the event of the year now.
I wouldn't miss that for a world.
This is the place to be in Dubai, right?
I am here because I like jazz. I love jazz.
Yes, we love jazz.
I love jazz.
We love jazz music.
We just genuinely like jazz.
We just love it.
This is our first time to be here.
First time.
First time.
First time I've been.
First time at Jazz Festival.
It's the first one I've ever been to.
Every year I come.
I've been coming for past 5 years.
Second time.
Third time.
Second year.
We always come every year.
3 or 4 years now.
Every year.
I went last year, a couple of years before. We come especially from Muscat.
We're from Berlin.
Switzerland.
Doha.
Illinois. Chicago.
Birmingham, England.
I always wanted to start a jazz festival in my hometown in Beirut. Then I was living here in Dubai. I decided to start it here, and since then it's growing big time. We're aiming for around 50 to 52,000 for the whole 9 days. They have to come and discover the beauty of music, the quality entertainment. Not only the music, it's the whole atmosphere from the entrance all the way to the stage. They can come and see so many things happening. The arts and crafts, the food outlets, the exhibition area, everything is really different than any other regular concert.
The venue is fantastic.
Very well organized.
Very good layout.
I'm a car freak, so as soon as I went inside, there were a lot of sports cars on the side.
I'm here to check out some really cool jazz.
Jazz music, huh?
I'm here with the 3 generation. This is my mom. This is my daughter. We're here to enjoy the beautiful music and lovely weather of Dubai.
Lovely weather.
The weather is perfect.
It's that time of year where the weather is so good.
We've been here almost every night.
We do Ollie Silk, who's on the label. Chuck Loeb is a friend of the label, and we just signed Jay Lee.
We had Sax Gordon, Barons Whitfield, Tony Lynn Washington, as well as Brian Templeton, and I think it's the 4th year in a row now.
This is the 5th year that we do the Jazz Garden. We wanted to do it because we want to educate more people about jazz. We want to give them the chance to come and discover that jazz is fun, jazz is not really boring as so many people consider it.
I expected it to be different, but I like it more this way. You know, I thought it would be a bit more boring, but it's actually very fun.
Trying to bring it to a younger audience was the main challenge. Like, that's what we're trying to do now with Nicholas Cole, artists like that who are young and trying to bring a fresh sound. We're trying to introduce a new, like a younger audience and make it a bit different, like bringing other influences.
It's kind of the genre of music that started everything else. A lot of the chord progressions that you may hear in other music like hip-hop or pop or rock, it started with jazz. I think it's very important, you know, for us to all realize that, you know, this kind of started it all and, you know, opened the way for other genres to, you know, become popular.
Jazz
has had some changes. Definitely some of the hip hop and stuff is mixed into some of the smooth jazz now. They're starting to get a little bit more, I think, more urban and R&B flavors to the smooth jazz.
For me, jazz expresses musical freedom. It's the one kind of music where the artist is really saying something. It takes a little bit of educating an audience to appreciate it. I can only hope that it little by little, younger people can learn to appreciate it.
Actually, I don't usually listen to jazz, but since I'm trying it for the first time, it's really awesome. Like, it's really good.
Since today, I've started enjoying jazz. I never really was fond of it, but today it's pretty interesting to listen to some music like that.
I do like it a little bit. I respect the music.
We both play instruments, so we're used to these kinds of music.
We're big fans of One Republic.
Massive, massive, massive fans.
I'm here for One Republic.
I'm here today to see Three Doors Down play.
We came here to see Three Doors Down.
I've been waiting to see the Deep Purple for 34 years.
I'm here to see Deep Purple! Smoke on the water! Yeah!
Ian got asked by another journalist, what are you doing at a jazz festival? You're a rock band. Heavy metal band, sorry. Yeah. Well, it's just music. And when you start putting labels on it, it gets very, very confusing.
Rock and roll will always be around.
I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. Thank you so much! Thank you, my friends!
Anybody that makes music at some point, kind of, whether they end up staying there forever or just kind of visiting, they end up in jazzland for a minute.
Are you ready for the script? 'Cause if one day you wake up and find that you're missing me, and your heart starts to wonder where on this earth I could be, so I'm not
We always wanted to make it as big as possible, and then probably after 3 years, after we started the jazz festival, we started including some pop acts, and then it started to grow. Because we know jazz as a jazz scene is not really big, not only in Dubai, worldwide it's not really big. And we're following the steps of the big jazz festivals around the world, like Montreal or Umbria. They all have pop acts.
What would I do? What would I do? Yeah. Peeping around the door, I got a big surprise.
Meaning of jazz in the Middle East, I don't know.
Not enough of it, I don't think. There's a lot of everything else, but jazz now is lacking.
I don't think it's really very famous here. I wish they make it more big here in the region.
I think it's just starting now. Before this wasn't happening, so it's a great trend that's coming up now.
I think it's becoming more prominent. The festival's getting bigger every year.
This is my first time in the Middle East, so I don't know too much about what it's, obviously this festival is really great, and so there must be a lot of great fans here. I look forward to coming back.
There's amazing players everywhere I go. The thing that I like best is hearing musicians that have the flavor, the influence of where they're from.
I think it's great that it's here. I think the great thing about jazz music is how it kind of translates across so many different cultures. I mean, it's kind of universal. Everyone loves it. And so to see a place like Dubai embracing it is really, really cool.
That's a little too deep for me. I'm not sure that I can translate that into words at the moment. But
you know, music is the equalizer throughout every country, so maybe that's it. It's the equalizer.
I think it's like a clash of cultures, and that's always interesting when cultures collide.
Good living, relaxing, having good time. That's what it means for me.
Just makes life better, let's face it.
I think they're taking to it really well, like, because it's, you know, as it is quite new to me as well, like, they seem to be pretty enthusiastic about it.
The recipe, the people accept the music very well, they like it, so I think it's the right thing to do.
Jazz is no longer American, jazz is worldwide. Like, you can find jazz all over the world. You can find jazz like in Asia, you can find jazz in the Middle East, you can find jazz in Europe. It's now a global music.
Dubai has something like this.
It's very social, outdoor. It doesn't happen in Dubai very often.
It's nice to have this type of event in Dubai because, you know, it's got a lot of different mixtures of people, and I went last year as well and I really liked it, so I think it's a cool vibe.
So in Dubai, you never get to hear jazz or like night bands like this, so it's a good place to hear like nice beats and cool atmosphere.
I think it was surprising. It's a real sense of community here, which I wasn't really expecting, and I really like that apart from the music.
It's been really nice to have some different activities. You know, a lot of times in Dubai you have a lot of shopping and a lot of eating, and now there's sort of this really cool cultural element to this Jazz Fest, which I've been really appreciating.
We came here to change the daily routine, as you know, work everywhere. So we came today to enjoy especially this kind of music.
Chance to do something different. You know, in Dubai there's quite a lot going on, so we thought, you know, rather than just go to the movies, let's get out and get some music.
The spirit of the festival, I think, always symbolizes what Dubai stands for.
I think it's a lot of fun, and you know, there are a lot of giveaways and everything. So yeah, I love my toys.
You know, when this started, the first time I did this was like 4 years ago maybe now, and I've just been itching to come back.
It's a very kind of mysterious thing when you're playing on stage and people are listening to you. There's a kind of chemistry that happens in the air and in between.
That's my main motivation for performing music. I want to make a connection with people.
When you see them moving to the music and the smiles on their faces, that does it all.
The different styles of music that you have at this festival makes it wonderful.
I try to encourage everybody to come to this event because it's fabulous. It's free for the Jazz Garden, which is amazing. It allows people to introduce jazz, you know, to their kids, to themselves.
I'm happy to be there.
Atmosphere very positive, very positive. I'm so happy.
We're not selling here concerts, we're selling entertainment.